Good afternoon, everyone. We have Professor Varsha Kedar from Allard Institute of Management Science, which is based in Pune, with us. And she is a professor there and with a wide range of experience. So today we have a one-on-one session with her and we will have an interview with her. She will brief us about the institute, about the placements and various aspects about it. So let us start, ma'am. So coming to the first question, we can start with a brief introduction about you. If you could just tell the audience about yourself.
Yes. So very good afternoon, Mehak and viewers. This is Professor Varsha working in MBA department of Allard Institute. So I would like to introduce the institute you first. So Allard Institute is a 20 years old educational institution which is situated in Hinjewadi. And in our institute, we are running various courses right from the school, then few UG courses are there like BBA and BCA, then PG courses are there like MBA and MCA. There are pharmacy UG, PGs available with us, and engineering undergraduate and post-graduation programs are under the same roof. So you will find that Allard Institute is the, you can say, a joint family where we run various number of courses under the same roof. And I myself belong to MBA department.
MBA department. That's great, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you for your introduction. So, ma'am, coming to the institute, what is the latest program that you're offering in your institute or the department, which will help students outperform and stand apart from the crowd?
Yes, as I introduced you earlier, we are a group of institutions where we are offering number of courses. As I am associated with MBA department, I would like to give the brief idea about the courses we do offer.
Sure.
So our course is affiliated with SPPU. So we do follow the syllabus of SPPU, where you will find that the current pattern of syllabus where university has given the choice. It is a choice-based system where the institute like us and our students, they get the choice to choose the some of the courses and some of the subjects of their choice, and few are like compulsory courses are there. So plus university is offering few add-ons with the syllabus, where add-ons are basically for the soft skill development of the student. Few add-ons are there which provide the technical education to the students. So it is a very well designed program, I would like to say, where there is a proper balance has kept between the academics plus the soft skill part of the students. As well, there are some courses which develop the technical skill in the students as well. So we, in our institute, we follow the university syllabus, plus we follow our own add-ons for the students for their soft skill developments, as well as there are few add-ons which focuses more on the technical part as well. So this is about the brief.
That's great, ma'am. So I think you covered a lot, but still I'd like to know if you just can pinpoint the factors that make this program the best for the students to opt. Like, why should they opt for it?
Yes, I have something to say on this point. Why Allard? Because apart from when I'm now, I will be talking about the MBA course.
Yeah.
Apart from the university, whatever is mentioned in the curriculum and add-ons, which is university is suggesting to us to follow, on institute level, we are providing the students with various certificate courses. And these courses are more technical oriented courses like Excel, Six Sigma, then digital marketing. These are some technical skills. If student possess, they will stand apart from the crowd. So we are trying to give this kind of technical training to the students. So this is something differentiating factor about our college. So we are providing this certification courses to the students, and we have divided these courses in each semester so that student will be able to balance their academics, add-ons, plus the certificate courses.
So what are these add-ons? Could you just name a few?
Actually, yes. These are the suggestion by the university itself, but then the choices with the institute, which kind of add-ons they want to opt for. Most of them are oriented with soft skill development, personality development. There are few which are focusing on foreign languages. So these kinds of add-ons we run in our institute.
Okay. So, ma'am, moving on to the next question. So, what would you say the best practices in the course you're offering are? Some of the best practices.
Best practices. If I talk about that, our execution is our best practice. Whatever I have mentioned you till now, whether it is academics or add-ons or the certificate courses which we are providing. Apart from that, we focus on the various means guest interactions are there, industry interaction is there. So all these things we execute in a proper manner. This is the best practice we do for.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. So, what is the greatest strength of the institute, Allard Institute? So, any greatest strength that you'd like to highlight?
Yes. Sure. I would like to share with you. As I told you earlier only, this is a 20 years old educational institute. So, in this 20 years of experience, college and institute is always trying to give the best to their students. So we are like a joint family where we are running number of courses simultaneously under the one roof. So we have this 360-degree approach towards education. Apart from that, as this is the old institute, and this is not only the educational institute, Allard has their own industries as well. So management point of view, they are in the education sector as well as they are in the industries. So the students, our students get the exposure in industries also. In you can say in Allard Industries. So these are few strength of my institute.
Okay, ma'am, that's great to highlight. So how does the program ensure that students are being prepared for the future? Because it's very important that they have a great future, because a student basically joins a college because they think that there are more future scope in terms of job opportunities, whatever may be, for higher education as well.
Yes, Mehak, I do agree. Especially the courses like MBA, where we are focusing more on making students more employable, right?
Yeah.
So here we are following 360-degree approach for the development of the students. We focus on each and every aspect associated with the students' development. It started with good academics, plus a better execution of add-ons. Plus, we do follow some technical education with the certification to the students. Apart from that, there are some live projects, continuous industry interaction is going on. It may be in the form of guest session, it may be in the form of live projects, seminars, webinars, and of course internship program is there, which is compulsory for all the students to do. So these are few industrial interaction which are constantly going on when you enter in the course. So this is how we try to give the best 360-degree approach to the students, and then we try to make them more employable.
All right, ma'am. So, ma'am, you told a lot about the courses and the offerings, which sound really good and lucrative. So, how did you train yourself or your faculty to deliver this program to the students?
Yes, it's a good question.
Yeah.
As I am in the education industry, learning is never the option. I have to keep myself updated first, as I belong to the education industry.
Yes, ma'am.
So for that purpose, personally, I am engaged with research. So I keep working in my interest area. So that as I am involved in research, I get the platform to interact with other people also. So that is the source of inspiration for me. so that I will be keep myself updated. And research is something which is my area of interest, so I pursue that with the integrity. And apart from that, there are various FDP courses our institute also provide us for the faculty, FDP, faculty development programs. And other institute also, if they arrange, we send our faculties over there. I also join the FDPs which are associated with my work profile. So that I do for my personal development.
Okay, ma'am. So that's great to know that. And how do you tend to build an industry connect with with this program? Because it's very important that it's in line with the industry, so that they're more, like you said, that you try to make the students more employable. So how do you try to build an industry connect through this program?
Yes. Industry interaction, we kept this concept live from the very early stages of the courses. We start with the guest sessions. Mm-hmm. So industry, normally as a guest, we call the industry people. Actually, this industry, the technical education, and this is demand supply equation, right? We need to focus on the industry demands. What kind of qualities industries are looking for in a particular student. So we try to deliver that only. And for that purpose, directly or indirectly, we are connected with the industries, whether it is the internship program, whether they are the guest stations which we arrange in our institute. So we are in touch with the industries, and we communicate on the same front how we can make our students so that the demand of the industries will get fulfilled.
Yes, ma'am, definitely. It's very important to have communication with the industry experts as well. So moving on to the next question, what are the responsibilities of the institute towards the students, according to you?
Yes. According to me, of course, providing the quality education, academics, the technical part is really important to deliver. But apart from that, what I believe, Mehak, is like students should be trained mentally also. If you see the today's scenario, stress level, and I'll be saving mental health, these are really burning issues. So
Absolutely.
Apart from this, yes. So apart from this academics and other technical aspects of education, we should more focus on a soft, you can say, aspect of life. We should try to make a good human being. And of course, good human being will prove himself or herself as a good employee, of course, in future, no doubt about it. So I feel that education should be value-based, so that the mental health of the student will also get nourished with this other technical parts as well. So this is, I think, education industry can contribute more on.
Yes, ma'am, definitely. That is one of the responsibilities of the education institutes. So, ma'am, what are the different challenges that education industry is facing in this COVID times? Like continuing with the previous question only. So, what are the challenges that you think the current education system is facing?
Yes, if I talk about education system, if I talk about my department, I am really missing the human touch which our education institutes and college has.
Yes,
I'm missing the brainstorming session on a cafeteria within the students. I am missing that human touch where I can see into the eyes of the students whether they are understanding the concept, whether they are in sync of me or not. That is really, I'm missing that part. But I would like to focus more on the brighter side, Mehak, because this COVID has pushed us to do something which we normally won't be doing, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Like this COVID situation has push us to this education field 10 years far, I'll be saying, ahead, because yes, they make us more you can say techno savvy. We can use the technology very well. Sometimes we are saving our energy, our funds, and our you can say time, and we are able to reach to the resources which we were not able to do previously because of some reasons. The reasons can be time constraint, sometimes the reasons can be fund constraints sometimes, but in today's situation the connectivity has been increased.
Yes, ma'am.
I feel that because of the COVID. Yes, so there are few brighter things also, and of course drawbacks, so we all know what we are missing, right?
There are plus and there are positives and negatives to everything. So ma'am, what are the benefits and career options after pursuing this course, that is MBA, that is PGDM?
Yes. After see, management itself, it is a magical field. Yes. Here you will find this is the pool of graduates coming from all the streams, art, science, commerce, other than that also. So this field, management field, here it is a well diversified field. There are many specialization of your interest which you can opt for. Like there is human resource, there is marketing, finance, supply chain. So here we train students to get ready for a particular sector of their choice they want to. Like there are many sectors in which our students can join. Like there is a banking, insurance, FMCG. In fact, many agricultural sector is also there. So if you opt for such a diverse course like MBA, many opportunities are open for you. The only thing, and as an institute, we provide the platform that every individual will get to know about the industries which they want to opt for. And what is the responsibility of the student is they need to identify their interest area, their educational background, and then they need to grasp the knowledge more and more about a particular industry in which they want to join. So as a course, this is a really well diversified course which opens much more doors for the career as a career option.
Definitely, ma'am. So now we've come towards the end of the interview. So is there anything that you would like to share with your prospective students or the potential students, or just in general to anybody?
Yes, I would like to say that today's scenario and looking at it, it's quite tough, but we should not stop dreaming, right? So we should keep on going and try to pursue what we really want to do in life. So nothing should stop you from dreaming. That is the last quote I would like to say.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was nice having an interaction with you. Thank you so much for your time and consideration.
Thank you, Mehak. Nice to talk to you.